Double down.
Hello and welcome to the second Banana Van podcast. It's been a bit of a delay between the first and this one, but we're going to try harder next time. Get it out quicker. So, today, we have myself, ReachAndromeda, and also our esteemed pseudo-leader, RavenPaladin.
Hey guys.
AKA, what is the fun thing that... What's his face put up? Butt Stuff PhD, Squatty, Recycle King. I like Butt Stuff PhD.
I was proud of it.
And chiming in there, we have firefightCONNOR.
Hello. Hi. Hi, my name is Kevin.
And our special guest this week is Johnny, also known as Skizser. You want to say hi, buddy?
Hey.
Little
sensual.
slow trigger there. So, what do we have to talk about this week, gents?
Well, I will say first, this has been a while since we did this, but it's mostly because had we done this any day from this day after we released our first episode to yesterday, the conversation would have been, so, nothing to do, right?
Yep. So, Destiny.
And that would have been it.
Bungie's on vacation. What a nice month-long vacation it was for them.
Right? But today has changed that. We've got a lot.
Well, I think a lot is... yeah, I think with all three of us, they're chiming in saying, a lot is... we've got a lot of salt. A lot of content mentioned, a lot of information given is... no, nothing there at all. The Bungie Weekly update delivered by Deej today, the 21st of July, or sorry, 21st of January, was disappointing.
Yeah, it
was it though? Because they announced about a week ago that this is not the big end-all weekly update that we're waiting for. This is just going to be a normal kind of just like, hi, we're Destiny. So we're doing stuff behind the scenes. We'll tell you about eventually. Look forward to that. So I didn't expect much. I mean, this is about as much as I expected, but I was also not expecting much.
Well, there's only two kinds of updates they ever give.
Just fluff and then content.
Yeah, the fluff dates and then the shit that matters. And this was not one of those shit that matters updates. At least not really.
Well, they introduced... I mean, we've got Iron Banner next week, which we'll get to shortly, but they also introduced the next event, Crimson Days. I mean, that's something.
Although I did point out earlier that the thumbnail for the tar with the Crimson Days thing does look like a lot of menstrual blood, and Crimson Days does make that kind of... Yeah, it looks thick. Viscous.
It really does.
It doesn't look like flowers or rose petals.
I can see the roses in the flower pots. They're supposed to be roses, but it just looks chunky and not at all pleasant, like something out of a horror movie. Destiny goes Dead Space.
Like, I wonder if it's like a snow globe where like it's all in the air and everything.
Oh, it's just like raining red flower petals on you. That'd be kind of cool. It would look fun. I think I'd vomit. But
they created a very cool atmosphere with Festival of the Lost for Halloween. I mean, the tower changed over. I mean, aesthetically, completely. It was lit purple. There was Engram lights all over the place. It was a very cool place to be for that week. Or
it was a nice change.
I believe so.
It was like a week.
And that was kind of sprung on us unexpectedly. So now that we know what's coming, we have all the time in the world to just go nah about it.
But then again, at the same time, there's that initial like surprise that, what is this? This is really cool. Look at all this stuff, and there's decorations everywhere, and it's festive and it's fun. Then you realize there's nothing really to do with it. Like, yeah, you get these masks, but they don't do anything. The quests don't really lead you anywhere. It was, dare I say, fluff.
Nah, man,
I
you
have
have
a-
Valentine's masks.
Oh, fucking, I get a heart mask this time.
I actually have a theory, and it's more of a hope for the Crimson Days. Simply because they mentioned that there's going to be this doubles PvP, and they didn't say it's just doubles. They said that it has its own specific name. 1 second, I'm going to have to pull that up. I can't remember exactly what it said.
I want to say like Crimson Doubles, but I think I'm just playing off the Crimson Days thing.
Nope, it was Crimson Doubles.
Ha! Called
It's
it.
called Crimson Doubles. So I have a feeling there's going to be something about this that's going to be different than just regular doubles, like which is just team deathmatch with 2 people on either team. I hope there's going to be something different. In that something different, maybe we're looking at different rewards, maybe like gear specific rewards, things that we can use, not masks that reduce our light level just to make us look fancy and have literally no use apart from to look strange. Mm-hmm. Like I don't even take mine out of the vault.
No, it's
I think I have 5.
Well, if I was a game designer, which I'm not,
Obviously.
then I feel like the rewards would be like team-based, where like you wear a set and your partner wears a set and you buff each other by wearing the matching set.
It's an interesting idea. There's
I can say
potential
the
there
one thing-
for that being abused.
Hence me not being a game designer.
The one thing that would get me to play this immediately would be
Right.
320 class item or ghost. Like if they give me a 320 class item with like hearts on it, I would grind the fuck out of it. Honestly,
Class
because
item,
I'm 319 right now. I'm 5 light short of 320, and I have a 318 ghost and 317 class item, and there's no guaranteed drops from challenge mode for those. So if I had found a way I could, not have to run daughters again to try and get, luck out and get a 320 item, I would be all over Crimson Days.
That would be nice, especially since a lot of people are having a hard time with the loot drops in King's Fall still.
Yeah, and apart from that, I feel like the update really did not contain anything else of substance, apart from the fact that it's announcing Iron Banner, which is going to be coming back. I don't even know the date because I really don't care, because it's introducing Iron Banner Rift, which
we all
as we all
wanted
know,
Rift. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all wanted Rift, right? Deej had a post earlier today on Twitter saying my favorite Crucible variant is Rift. Discuss. Okay, Deej, we're discussing.
Yeah, let's discuss this. Let's go. Rift is a pile of shit.
It's a steaming pile of shit. It's a game match. It's a game variant that requires 4 to 6 people on your team to be able to coordinate to a certain amount, unless otherwise the game just becomes extremely one-sided for one other team. Mm-hmm. Like as soon as the first team scores, you've got that's it. It's one-sided at that point. Yep. You already know which team is going to win.
And people start quitting out, all the randoms just leave. It's you and your buddy if you queued in, and then eventually it's you and a whole completely new team.
Well, I think the one big issue with it is that a lot of, and you see this with Control as well, a lot of people play it as deathmatch and don't, care about objective, capturing 2 points, maintaining spawn control. But in a game like, Bungie's former series, Halo, if you're killing people, you're just boosting your KD, you're not helping your team. In Rift, though, you're getting points for just playing it like deathmatch. Obviously, the Spark gives a big boost, and that's nice to get. But the whole community could decide, hey, we're just gonna kill each other. We're not gonna touch the Spark, and it would operate as Clash or Control or whatever. And I think that's the game mode is just not. It was fun the first couple times you play it. You go, wow, this is really fun. This is really great, and then it's the daily 3 times a week, and you're like, oh fuck, it's Rift. I guess I don't need 15 marks today.
Yeah, I'll pass in these marks, thanks.
Did anyone play in
it's
Halo? Oh, sorry. Did anyone play in Halo the Griff Ball?
Yeah. Griff Ball was fun.
Because they had the ability to turn the game into Griff Ball.
It was,
form.
yeah.
Well, we could have a long, deep podcast and discussion about what has happened to Bungie from Halo to Destiny, but I think that's I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to get into that yet without like emotionally preparing myself to be upset.
Right.
Well, I mean, Griffball never had that many people in it at any given time either, because it's a niche game type. Same thing with Rift. It's not like a major game type.
I don't know. I have to say, if you wanted to, you could probably find back in the annals of Griffball, UK League for like the Pro League. You might even find my old gamertag in there, because I did play Pro Griffball back in Halo 3, and
Fucking dork.
hey man, we won the summer and following winter league of 2010.
That's awesome.
I think it was 2010.
I wish I was that good at
it was
it. I sucked
2010.
at Griff Ball, but I still had fun doing it.
Well, let me ask then, if they would, do you think that people would do competitive Rift if they offered competitive Rift?
If they very like made the game type more of a, like, you know, okay, in Griffball, you picked up the bomb, you got a speed boost, you got a health regen boost, right? You didn't get that much of a, like, you could be one punched, right? Or you could be, you had a sword and you had a hammer, but you could be, I'm sorry, the Griffball, the ball carrier could one punch you. You also had an ever so slight jump boost, but don't forget then the other team had 4 hammers or 4 swords that were coming right at you just on your own with fast spawns. Rift has the ability to become a extremely fast paced, extremely competitive game type, as long as they can remove the point scoring from kills, so that it takes away the want to just cause, like, you know, to kills, and cause and bring it to a more objective based game, and it's capable of doing so, and they just didn't do it.
Well,
one rift capture should be 1 point, and the point system should be to 10.
Yeah, I can get along with that.
With no respawn time for the rift ball, with no respawn time for death, like they could speed it up, make it good.
I think the comparison to Griffball, though, it's unfair in that Griffball is a total change of the Halo multiplayer aspect. I mean, they've removed
Is there
guns.
any aspect of Destiny?
Well, it's essentially just adding an objective to Clash. Versus Griffball is like, all right, well, you don't have guns anymore. They've changed spawn mechanics. They've changed a lot about it. If Rift eliminated supers or something, or, you know, like we all had shotguns and that was it, or just swords.
I was just going to get into that. They would need to
imagine
control like the weapons you can bring into it, and or maybe even like get rid of all of them. Give everyone a white shotgun, that first white shotgun that you get in Destiny, and that's it. Or, you know,
makes sense.
What have you.
Makes sense.
But they would need to control what people can use. And
well, would Rift be better in its current state if it was 3v3?
On smaller maps,
yeah,
maybe.
Throw
4,
smaller maps.
maybe 4.
Because then it would be a little more. I mean, you see, and obviously I play skirmish a lot, but usually it's on a fire team, so I can't speak to how randoms play skirmish because I avoid randoms in PvP.
They don't like to revive, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but if Rift became a thing that like you enter in, it's very much competitive and it's a lot more strategic. It could be more interesting, even if we still have all of our guns and supers and grenades and such. But the 6v6, just like everyone throws their arms in the air and just starts yelling, and somebody grabs the rift and sneaks it in. There's not often a coordinated effort like I'm gonna pop hammer and storm call, and we're gonna pinch on enemy spawn, wipe them out, and then, you know, bomb the rift. It's I'm gonna grab this and go this route that's kind of out of the way and just like boom, sneak it in.
Well, I guess that's something I guess that we can try and do for ourselves in the banana van, and see if we can work on that for the Iron Banana competition that we're going to launch for the upcoming Iron Banner
Shameless
event.
plug here.
Yeah, well, actually, one of our team members, one of our clan members, Alan, who seems to be our what do you call those guys? Like
a rainbow.
Yeah, he's like our game master or our competition master. He always thinks of something that we can have a competition about. An Iron Banner is going to be the next one. Basically, we're going to take everyone's base stats as they start now and calculate them at the end of the week to see who improved the best. And actually, last time it happened, Kevin, you won.
Well, I got second.
You got second. I was an accomplice to the competition being made, and I won, so I couldn't win.
Well, as the former winner, I will be putting up a reward for the next winner, and I'm disqualifying myself from the competition. So there will be some incentive to play this, and there's no buy-in, there's no entry fee. It's just do the best you can in this shitty game mode for a week, and if you did well enough, well, beer's on me.
How do you measure? Like, what are the rules here? I didn't really read on it. I was at work, so I missed a lot of the details.
In the last one that we did, it was Iron Banner Clash. So it was very simple. You based your using Destiny Tracker. We took the Destiny Tracker score, which is not just the the numbers 1 to 50 or 1 to 51 or whatever it is they track by, but you actually have a base score of about 5 to 6 digits, and I can't remember what it was, but we tracked that. That increases as you get kills, as you get game wins. Then Alan had a great little formula for it. It included that your actual increase in score, the amount of kills, your rolling KD,
cool,
and game wins, game win average. I think.
Ooh, I like that. It sounds cool.
I believe, and this is according to Alan as of yesterday at 5:00. And he's very non-specific about being totally certain on this, but it apparently tracks defensive kills, which is assuming the kills when your runner has the spark, and relics captured, which is most likely igniting the rift.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Interesting.
Beyond, and then those are rift specific, so I'm sure there's KD tracking and game wins and that kind of stuff too.
This would be a lot more accessible than like the raid race, for example, because people can just queue in at any moment and work on it. I think it's cool. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, and anyone in the clan should, during Iron Banner, we usually have at least 2 groups going on, if not more. Weeknights, and then I'm on a lot during the weekend as well. So it's definitely something to play as a team, and especially being Rift. I think that's going to be the only way that you're not going to be racking up 5 medallions at a time.
Dude, I told myself I would never do Iron Banner Rift because how shitty it is, as we mentioned. That fucking fusion rifle's for sale.
I personally didn't think that they were going to put Rift in their rotation.
I didn't see it coming either, but lo and behold.
The subreddit discussed this, and in the weekly update they were discussing the matchmaking formula and the skill measurement with Taken King, with who was Lars Bakken was discussing it, the design lead of Destiny. And the rumor or the theory is that they're trying to track something Rift specific, and this is a good way to get a large amount of people into Rift to track for data.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Obviously just a theory, could be total BS, could not, I don't know. Or the joke being Iron Banner usually is a lag fest, so how to fix it? Have less people playing because it's Rift.
So next week, as of Iron Banner Rift, we are going to have 17 people playing Iron Banner Rift across North America, and that'll be about it. So I think we had another thing to move on to, which kind of segues kind of nicely into it. Gary, did you have that written down?
Did I? What are we segueing into?
I have it.
This is a lot on the fly. Yeah, I don't have it written.
What a segue.
Help me.
So
I'm choking.
The Crucible meta, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, the meta. I thought you were... Never mind.
And
I wanted to talk about it slightly different. In a
go ahead.
Not so much of a way that it's what is the Destiny meta, right, for PvP? Like the Mida meta. I want to look at it in a sense that it's the Crucible. What's your meta? Like everyone throws this word meta around because what meta is in Destiny is what are the good guns that everyone uses to win? What do you use to win?
Well, I'm gonna just Gary shut up for a second and let us normal people talk, and then you can talk about your weird shit.
What do you gotta be mean? Jerk face.
Everyone will understand when Gary starts telling us about what he uses. Well, I'm probably the most
feisty.
I'm probably the most basic. I'm the basicest bitch about my PvP meta. I'm either swapping between Mida or PDX. What is it, 45, the pulse rifle, and then 1,000-yard stare or invective. So I'm playing hard meta all the way.
Johnny, what about yourself? We haven't talked to you in a while.
Well, one of the good things about sucking is that you don't really need to care about the meta because you can use whatever gun and you still suck.
So what you're saying is Kvostov.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, you don't?
I mean, everybody has their favorite thing to use.
No, I mean I do. I like scouts, specifically full auto scouts, just all the way back from Vision of Confluence. I have a Suros scout from the Gunsmith on full auto that I use a lot.
I know exactly what gun you're talking about, and actually, yeah. The slow fire one that's close to the Vision of Confluence is actually a good gun in PvP. I swap it out for my my Mida whenever I'm being sweaty in trials and putting on an exotic heavy. But yeah, that scout's pretty good. You haven't been playing much though, Johnny, have you?
No, I have not. No.
That's a school related thing though.
Well, I played today, and I actually played some Rift, and that was fun. I mean, I like Rift.
Well, you'll have fun whenever that comes around.
Okay.
Oh,
right,
God,
at this point,
no. Oh, God, no.
At this point, I want Gary to talk about the his PvP loadout. His preferred loadout.
Which I want to preface this by
we
saying,
can bash it.
I didn't tell you to shut up out of disdain. I told you to shut up because we're saving the best for last.
Yeah, right.
I haven't gone yet.
Yeah,
Well, we're
Ciaran's last.
saving. Whatever.
So, yeah.
Then I guess we're not saving the best for last.
Ooh, I was gonna say we were, but all right. It really depends on which character I'm using. I've been using my hunter a lot, and that's the Night Stalker with Shade Step, and I run No Land Beyond in a sidearm. And I've been trying to get better at that whole thing. I've made some decent strides. I've got some good clips. It's still pretty difficult, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've had more fun with that than any other loadout, I think, just because kills in No Land Beyond just are so satisfying. I guess on my Titan, I usually go with an auto rifle, I think it's the Righteous 7 from New Monarchy, and Plan C. And if I'm on a Warlock, I kind of just run whatever on the Warlock. He's my redheaded stepchild, so I don't really pay attention to him very much. But yeah, NLB sidearm is my favorite right now.
Well, let me pose a question then. Now, so the meta is really like what people use to be good, right?
Yeah, it's
to win.
It's the
to win.
Play to win
so,
variety, yeah.
The sweaties.
Yeah, the sweaties.
So if you're bad, which guns you use doesn't matter because you'll be bad. If you're good like you are, Gary, you can use guns that you want to use and have actual fun and still do well because you're good.
I mean, I'm proficient. I wouldn't say I'm that good.
Or do you disagree?
No, I agree. A good player will be good with probably any weapon they pick up. just because they'll be able to understand and utilize the outside mechanics besides the weapons, your jumps, your abilities, the this, the that, everything else, and incorporate that into the weapon.
Well, I just asked because, like, it seems like when most people complain about the meta, it's complaining about the fact that a player uses whatever guns or combinations of weapons or type of weapon or whatever, and they don't have to use as much skill to do well.
Yeah. The weapons that are powerful at any moment will be the ones that are used the most. Hence,
exactly.
Your thorns and your last words and your 1,000-yard stairs.
Right. So this is where my question for wanting Gary to go before I did was, because I want to then pose a question to Gary, because Gary, you mentioned to me earlier about how you feel like the hand cannons are becoming god again, or at least the exotic hand cannons are becoming godly in PvP.
Not the legendary ones, not by a long shot.
So here's the thing: I feel like you and I are quite evenly matched when it comes to PvP content.
Right.
We were playing quite a bit there last week. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that I was higher than you on the leaderboard every single time we played. You were using a No Land Beyond and your sidearm, which is what you enjoy at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
When you're losing in trials, what do you switch to whenever you're using your hunter?
If I'm not running the NLB sidearm?
When you want to win. And you need to win.
What do I have on him right now?
I can tell you that your secondary is a fusion rifle.
If I want to win, I'll probably use Plan C and maybe a scout. Or,
there you go.
What? When we were on the Drifter, when I was on my Titan, what did I use as my primary? I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but you were using Plan C.
Yeah,
it was your primary. Plan C was your primary.
Wrecking face with Plan C, yeah.
Anyway,
right.
this is my point. My point is, at the moment, I am using my Hunter. I'll either be on my Blade Dancer or my Night Stalker. Blade Dancer, I'm using a Last Word and a 1,000-yard stare, or a what's the sniper rifle that's specific to the Hunter?
Still Piercer.
Still Piercer. I'm using one of the other two. My Night Stalker, I'm running Might and a shotgun. I'm using the Luminosity build for the Hunter, which is just roll a lot, jump real high and real fast, and shotgun them or use Mida from a distance. My point is that you had mentioned then that the hand cannons are becoming godly again, and I have to disagree with that, because I had to relearn how to use the Last Word. Because year one, I was a Last Word user, and I went flawless every week in trials, and I have only gone flawless once in trials this year, Destiny Year 2. And I went flawless every week last year with a Last Word or a Thorn and a sniper rifle. I always preferred Last Word. I had to relearn how to use it. That's why I wanted to disagree with you about the hand cannons.
I don't know, man, because it does feel different. They did neuter their range a bit. That's still playing. That weapon still plays to the maps that we have. They're all close range maps, and I feel like no matter what, as long as the maps stay the same, then that weapon will still reign supreme. And as we know, Thorn is coming back. That 3-tap run away.
Yeah, it is. That's there. That's true. The Thorn, whenever the hand cannons got their range boost in that last little kind of small update to the weapons, it gave Thorn just enough range to work again. But then again, they destroyed it. It now works. It's not everywhere. It's not prevalent like it was in year one as the only gun to use.
You're right. Though, I feel that's mostly because of the fact that it's still in year one. There's no year 2 variant yet.
Yeah, I guess
if they pull it through, then that's what it's going to be. It's going to be Last Word, Thorn, and your sniper rifle. And people are going to be pretty upset.
Thorn shotgun.
Or Thorn shotgun.
Yeah.
Well, I want to present something about what you said earlier, Johnny, about people that are bad don't care about the meta because they're going to be bad no matter what. And people that are good are not going to care about the meta because they can use any gun and be successful. I would consider myself an average middle-of-the-road player. and I'm looking at my monthly stats on Destiny Tracker right now, and I didn't start using my Mida again in PvP until the end of last Iron Banner, which was just after the first of the year. So my December 2015 kill death ratio is 0.9, which, I mean, usually try and shoot for, 1 or over. So December was 0.9. January, when I started using Mida, because I didn't play any PvP until I think the Sunday of Iron Banner, my January KD is 1.04. So that's a 0.14 rise for just switching to a gun. That is the current meta. And obviously there's more stats.
That does say something.
There's more variables behind that. I've been playing a little more skirmish now, which probably is helping my KD, but that can't all be... I don't think I jumped up. I mean, that's over 10%. I don't think I got 10% better in a month.
So, I mean, you have been playing a lot. I see online all the time, and practice does make perfect, but choosing a weapon that's also powerful at the time does help as well.
Yeah. I think that's where we're going to get to with this. Like, we can beat a dead horse, and continue to talk about this and say this gun's better than this gun, but to be honest, you still have to have some skill to not be shooting at your feet with the Mida. Whenever you equip it, you still have to be able to point it and shoot it at the enemy. And the Mida has been itself kind of like cut down since year one. I used to be able to hip fire that thing and, get like crit shots. You can't anymore. You can't hip fire the Mida.
Nah. Well, you can. I see some streamers do it and to success, but it's not as reliable as it was.
Hip-firing Mida is nice when you have a rushing shotgunner if you're doing Mida sniper, because you can get a couple body shots with them and finish them off with a punch.
Yep.
But obviously that's not hitting crits and killing somebody.
Yeah. So I think we should probably move on to what is next for Destiny and kind of wrap up this podcast, because we're running long, and we did promise last time that we would try and keep it at 30 minutes.
We did?
We did.
I guess we did. All right. I'm having fun.
The people want more. Well,
the people always want more. But if we do it in 30-minute increments, like, at least this way we'll have more content for the next week instead of talking it all through in 1 week. And then obviously, like Destiny, doesn't release anything for a fucking month. So
yeah, that's a good point. You're right.
Well, I think the fundamental question about what's next for Destiny
are we going to fight today? Is that what we're going to do today?
Yeah. Mom, Dad, stop fighting.
Let's go do another strike.
Let's farm Omnigul for 7 hours.
2 blues.
But are we going to see Destiny 2 this year? Or are we going to see... Oh, this isn't an or. Could we possibly see another large DLC for Destiny 1 this year?
The only reason we would see a Destiny DLC for year 2 before Destiny, the second game, comes out, is as a build-up to Destiny 2. A build into it, like Crota was for Oryx.
That makes sense. I'd be okay with that. At this point, I'm not sure it'll happen, because they're so damn stubborn about releasing details. We just don't know. I'm not confident with the way the train has been going so far that we'll get anything substantial before Destiny 2.
Well, here's something that happened late today after the update. Twitter user at Luke Underwood tweeted at Jason Schreier, who works for Kotaku. At Jason Schreier, as expected, we got nothing from the Bungie Weekly update. You are our only hope. Schreier then responds, wish I knew more, but yeah, my answer to your last question has reversed. I read these out of order, I realize. Because before that, Underwood said, will we see Destiny 2 before... in 2016, and Schreier said yes. And then backtracked and said, my answer has changed. So now there might be a rumor that it's not in 2017. I'm also kind of struggling to read Twitter now because I feel like maybe tweets are being deleted to cover, because even Deej had a tweet today that he retweeted someone and then that tweet was deleted.
Scandalous.
I saw that.
Do we know what that said?
We have a screenshot of it somewhere.
Here, all right. So this is the user's blacked out because this is a screenshot from Reddit. At Deej, you've had a goddamn month and you can't even respect the fans enough to give an estimated time of arrival. You have no idea what you're doing, do you? Deej responds, I promise I'll post it today. What I've got on my screen right now is full of typos and unconfirmed details. So we're hearing a lot of interesting information. This Kotaku thing, I'm not sure if it is legitimate. I don't personally.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Well, see, I don't like that tweet at all. Like, I mean, no matter what your problem was with Deej, but I mean, like, cursing at him and, like, calling him incompetent, like, it's just uncalled for.
It's coming from, like, I touched upon this earlier. I feel like a lot of the people that post those things are the same types of people who will call in to, like, AAA or their whatever call center and yell at the person on the phone as if everything is their fault. Like, Deej is a messenger.
Right, Deej
he
is the
doesn't
messenger.
do shit.
Yeah.
It's the people behind him giving him the shit to say.
Or not giving him shit
giving him
to say.
Giving him lack of shit to say.
Yeah. And I bet it frustrates him too. Like, yes, like...
I bet the guy wants to just tell us everything, but he can't.
Probably doesn't even know himself half the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he can't come out and just say... He can't say what he wants. His will is not his own.
Yeah.
He's the live-action version of Xur.
Yeah. But I think an announcement for Destiny 2... something needs to come. And they said that in the update that... I'm going to find the exact quote. There are more stories about 2016 that remain to be told, and you'll learn more as soon as I get my own anxious hands on the full and final details. Very soon we'll have more to share about a second, larger game update that will arrive sometime after February.
Yeah, I remember that.
Sometime after February.
Well, larger than what? Larger than Crimson Days or Sparrow Racing? Because that's not saying a lot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Those two maps were fun, let me tell you.
I don't want to get in the Sparrow Racing League, but had that been a week-long event, I think people would be saying, that was really fun. When's it coming back? But
I'd be more into it, yeah.
I don't want to get into that because that's a whole other can of worms. But
there's nothing to get into. They dragged it too long and there wasn't enough to do. That's it.
Exactly. But now we're in this strange, muddled fog of we don't know what content is coming. We don't know if, this February content is going to be, or this after February content is going to be substantial or something like SRL or... I don't know. I'd have to imagine it's PvE content.
Right.
I have to imagine because they've introduced SRL and Iron Banner's continuing thing, and Trials is what brings a lot of people back in this game every week. Mm-hmm. King's Fall is dead. I mean, it's been beaten. I know obviously a lot of people haven't beat Oryx on normal hard challenge, but that raid has been out for 4 months, I believe, at this point.
Well, it's crazy because it's a really good raid.
Agreed. But, who was tired of running Crota when House of Wolves came out?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I was. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
Kind of sick of the Hive in general, but that's a whole other conversation.
Well, let's just think of a timeline of events here, right? I mean, like, Destiny comes out September. Dark Below was like, what, January?
Earlier than that, it was like December.
Oh, yeah, December 21st or something like that.
Yep.
And then you have House of Wolves drop in like May. Taken King comes in like September again. And now it's January again. And it's not even, we're not even at the point where there's like a build up where they're discussing what they're doing next. There's just nothing.
Exactly. And that's the problem.
Well, I'm a little ignorant on this because I stopped playing shortly after Dark Below released. I think I beat Crota on hard once and just like walked away from the game. December 9th, 2014 was Dark Below, and then House of Wolves was May 19th, 2015. So that's over 6 months. So I wasn't tuned into the community at that point. Were people this upset at that point?
No, just because we knew what was coming, I think. Because when you bought Destiny, you got that little sheet there that says buy the season pass, and it showed the Dark Below and the House of Wolves expansions right there. Like, we knew what was coming. The dates in which House of Wolves came out was shifted because they had to work on some shit still, but we still knew it was going to be there before year 2. And
excellent point. Specifically for like the month before it dropped, they just hammered away and they just milked it, and they were like, hey, bunch of new stuff is coming, House of Wolves is coming, there's going to be a bunch of new stuff, and they were just constantly reminding us and leaking little tiny bit after bit.
Yeah, they were constantly dropping details, and now they're doing the opposite of that. They're not saying shit, and they're giving us Crimson Days.
So like, either if they have something up their sleeve, they're either going to drop it super quick, just boom right there, or if they're going to wait another like month to do it, then it's too late.
Mm-hmm. Hence all the saltiness over the content lately.
Yeah, this has been a much more upsetting podcast today than last one, just because.
Yeah, just because
we've had a month of nothing.
Exactly, man.
But at the same time, like, keep in mind it's only January. It's only January 22nd of 2016.
It's true, but maybe, and somebody had mentioned this in one of the chats, maybe we should temper our expectations of year 2 and stop basing everything off of year 1. But
it's a good point.
Like, I want to do that, but year 1 is all we have to base anything off of.
Yeah.
And year 2 started out so successful.
Year 2 started out with a bang and then just fizzed out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I find it hard to criticize lack of content because I burn through it really quick because I play a lot. I think my lowest Guardian's 316 out of 3 of them. So
yeah, I play a lot too.
I mean, I think we're all of us are the elitists of Destiny, and I'm sure there's like, a lot of people that log on for an hour a day and do the story and then maybe raid on the weekend or not even bother with raids that are still enjoying Destiny. No, I can't even lie to myself like that. With 3 new strikes for 4 months, you can't.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm bullshitting. I'm not.
I want to play devil's advocate with the whole casual player thing and how they matter too, but like, everybody's feeling this at this point.
And they removed a whole bunch of the old strikes.
Yeah,
I would love for a Sepix or Fogoth Nightfall. I don't understand why they can't do that.
When I'm grinding through a coin, I just go into the legacy plays because I'm so sick of the fucking Dark Blade and the brothers and all that. I'm getting Omnigul in that playlist.
Yeah.
Ugh, no thanks.
And that's terrible because those new strikes, Darkblade, Shield Brothers, and Saber, were all really good strikes. They still are really good strikes. They're not bullet sponges. They've got interesting mechanics, but
do you guys remember the last time Sepkus Prime was a Nightfall?
I mean, no.
Yeah, I don't either.
The summer?
Sometime over the summer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, segue. Go.
We're kind of done with that. I feel. I think this is.
We've hit a point.
We're venting frustrations.
We're just frustrated at this point, and that's just going to be the way it is for a little while. People are going to be frustrated. They're going to do their best to kind of vent that where they can, whether it be on the forums, on Reddit, to each other in groups and clans like our own. It's just going to get frustrating. In a small clan like our own, we're going to see drops of people. We're going to see drops of the casuals and stuff like that in Destiny until the content comes along, and that's just going to be the way it is. So when people drop from that kind of content, when people drop from Destiny, what do they move to? What do you guys move to?
Another game.
So what other games have we been playing?
I've been playing a lot. I recently paired up with a buddy. Shout out to Captain 179 Mike. Paired up with him and did the game sharing thing you can do on Xbox One, which, by the way, is awesome. If you don't know how to do it, ask RavenPaladin.
Get in on that.
I have a plethora of games now to choose from, and to be honest, my favorite that I've been playing recently has to be, strangely, Rainbow Six Siege. I suck at it, but it is a hell of a lot of fun.
It does look fun. I've watched your streams, and when you that's the one where you're barricading the door, and then people are covertly getting in to try and attack you.
Yeah, or rescue a hostage, or detonate a bomb, or just wipe out the terrorists. It's fucking insanely good.
I like that you can shoot through the walls and make sight holes.
Yeah, it's great. I like it a lot. Good gameplay, good gunplay, pretty fair gunplay. Feels a lot like Call of Duty in the sense for that kind of feel to it. Maybe I could relate it a little bit better to what did you call it? The Tom Clancy, the Advanced Warfighter. What was it called? Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon. Yeah, Ghost Recon. Advanced Warfighter.
I remember Ghost Recon. I had Ghost Recon too.
Felt a lot like Ghost Recon.
Oh, such a good game.
Rainbow Six Vegas and Vegas 2 were phenomenal games.
Oh yeah, they were.
And these are Rainbow Six. This is Rainbow Six as well. I haven't had a chance to try it, but I definitely want to.
Maybe I'll buy it.
Sale.
I've been looking for a new game. Maybe I'll do it.
Worth it. There's a learning curve, and there's a lot of really good players out there right now. Team based is the way to go, and making sure you communicate. It's serious communication.
Are there private lobbies that you can go into and practice with your friends?
There's a whole bunch of different scenarios that you can learn, and you can do that with your friends, as far as I know.
Okay, cool. Great.
Well, Gary, what are you playing?
Well, I think Destiny's really the one game I splurge on lately, but if I'm not doing that, I'm usually playing Minecraft. And as silly as that sounds, I have a good time with it. I've been dabbling with modding on the PC. And there's one mod called Galactic Craft where you can build rockets and go to different places in the solar system. It's really in depth. You have to grind a lot, which I kind of like. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think Minecraft is a silly game that you end up playing, and then it's 4 a.m. You're like, oh my god, what has happened?
Yep. It's a time sink.
You can't even call it that silly because it is phenomenally done.
Oh yeah. I've been playing Minecraft since the alpha. I was involved in Minecraft alpha.
Shit.
Which I'll every so often I'll turn it on. I've got it on Xbox 360. I don't have it on Xbox One yet. I got a couple of my own little setups and stuff on PC. I've got my own little kind of server I can turn on if I ever want
Gary,
to.
do you want to play Minecraft?
I'll actually have to see if I can find all my stuff from my old server.
Can we please? I'd love that.
I have a Gondor. I made Gondor.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is years ago.
Nerd.
This is 4 years ago.
Don't judge, Johnny.
What are you playing, Johnny? So what are you playing?
I've been playing nothing, remember?
Oh yeah, you've been just failing in university. Playing the game of alcohol life.
No.
I don't know what. Women? What are you doing?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm in a different situation because everyone's complaining about lack of content, but I haven't even done hard mode King's Fall yet.
God.
Yeah.
Are you staying up tonight? You want to join Gary and I? We're doing a Golgoroth.
We are?
Apparently.
Oh.
Look at this. LFG on the podcast.
Okay.
Well,
Guess I'm doing Golgoroth. All right.
What we're trying to ask, Johnny, is what is it like to have a life outside of video games?
Ah, man, it sucks.
Cool.
Hate it.
Positive affirmation. I'm going to stay right in my little Destiny world. Continue doing what I'm doing.
Perfect.
Literally, Hazel's in the other room playing Destiny. We're both so deep in it.
And Kevin, yourself.
Oh man, I'm playing this sweet game called Gwent, and it's weird. you have to like launch into this game called The Witcher 3 to play it, and like that's really fun too, but mostly Gwent. But The Witcher 3 is just absolutely outstanding.
Oh yeah.
And I knew that, and I was late to the game.
Last year was just a good year for games.
It really was. And a lot of them, unfortunately, in our clan got kind of a shadow thrown over them because of Destiny.
Yeah.
Like, I got Witcher. I was I think the second person in the clan to get Witcher. And I'm like the second furthest behind at the moment. Like I'm level 13. There's so many things that I haven't kind of figured out yet, and I love the game. Like every time I turn it on, I can't put it down. It's just engaging.
Yes, for sure.
I heard Kenny raving about that a lot too.
Oh yeah, Kenny loved Witcher.
There's a lot of people that love it, me included at this point.
Is that all of us? I think we all covered our games.
I think we did, and I think it's kind of time to wrap it up.
Okay.
Wish we had a better way to kind of finalize it, but Gary, take it away.
All right. Well, that was the second Banana Van podcast. We hope you enjoyed listening, and we encourage you to come back the next time. We're going to have some fancy visuals going through the video this time, hopefully. Kevin, hint.
What up?
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. This has been ReachAndromeda. That was firefightCONNOR, RavenPaladin, and Skizser. Thanks again.